morning. Hello, everybody. I am Ann McMillan, and I have a wonderful guest, Amanda Jo Krogmann, with me today. I am a National Executive Director in the state of Iowa, and I am thrilled to be partnering with this mastermind peer group to bring to you some wonderful video trainings that can help your business. And so before I go into interview mode with Amanda Jo, I thought I should tell you a little bit about why I have tapped into her to speak to all of you, because Amanda Jo is a pretty new executive director in our organization, but she's not real new to Pampered Chef. She actually joined the business in 2008, and since then she has been a rock star. She has achieved everything Pampered Chef's put in front of her. She has the mentality that if they're going to put a carrot her way, she's going to earn the carrot. And not only has she grown her business into a wonderful level of executive director right now, she truly is living life her way while earning a great income and having a full show schedule. So I thought it would be really fun for you guys to hear from somebody that, you know, she's sold over 800,000. She's added over 170 plus recruits, but she has a very busy family too. So she has really, what I would say, done it all and done it very effectively. And Pampered Chef, over your years in the business, is going to offer so many extra incentives to you. And we as leaders in this business, we really want you to achieve these. That's why they're put out there. So I have some questions that I'm going to ask Amanda Jo and let her share with you maybe some tips, her philosophy, and suggestions for you to have great success in this business as well. So we're going to do interview style. So the very first question I have, Amanda Jo, and again, thank you for taking the time to be here. We want you to share what excites you about all of the home office consultants incentives that are offered every month, like the sales and recruiting incentives, fast track rewards when you're brand new, and even like things like free for all months. What is it that excites you?
Oh gosh. This one is, it's kind of like if you talk about FOMO, like I don't want to not get what everyone else got, right? So that's always kind of been my thing. And not like if someone jumped off the bridge, I would too type of thing, but like someone gets cool towels like we did this spring. I want to be able to get the cool towels, or we had a logo light earlier and I want to be able to do that. Plus, usually whatever that incentive is means you're getting a fairly steady paycheck, right? And if you can kind of continue to hit that, you usually will hit your some of your goals. And then the new consultant rewards or your recruiting incentive and things like that, you guys, that's like on the table just for new people. So I always encourage new people to like go after that. That like they set that aside in the warehouse with your name on it. So you might as well have that in your kitchen to use. And the same with the fast track rewards. You guys, they take that money and they put it on the table and they say, this is for new consultant Sally, and we hope she gets all that money. And so it just excites me because it's free stuff. And I come from a corporate America background where I got a turkey on Thanksgiving, and that was it. So, well, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that was like my bonus, right? I didn't get any other kind of bonus. And so every single month, you can basically get Happy Mail from Pampered Chef. And then the free for all, you guys, my biggest thing for starting this business was to get the products at a discount. And so you can get all of them for free every single time they come out with stuff. That's amazing. And so I'm always like, you got to hit that. You got to get those free for alls.
Awesome. Yes. You can hear and feel her excitement to earn those. So let's take a little bit deeper dive. Thinking about the monthly incentives, what are some business habits that you always do to make sure that you're earning these?
So I have a monthly goal, a monthly sales goal, and a monthly recruiting goal. And I think even if you're brand new or you're even a hobbyist consultant or you just want the discounts, I think this is still important because that way you have something you're working towards. And so, I mean, a really easy one is like if it's the $1,000 thing, then obviously that's what you're working for. So I want to set that goal, and then I want to make sure that my show schedule matches that goal. So you want to make sure you have enough shows on your schedule to make that happen. And if you don't, then you got to start making contacts, which isn't all of our favorite part, but it's part of the business.
Absolutely. Show schedule, goals, contacts. It all kind of wraps it up into a package. And those are habits that Amanda Jo has used really effectively in the business, because she will tell you she's had months where her show schedule wasn't where she wanted it to be. So then she made enough contacts to get it back where she wanted it to be, to still hit her goal. She's not an excuse maker. She does the habits that are needed to be successful. So let's go back, because you talked about free-for-all for a minute and you sounded really exciting. So those free-for-all months are coming up, which is, twice a year over a couple months each time. They offer anybody in the field, no matter what level they are, the opportunity to earn the products for free instead of having to buy them even at their discount. So tell us, like, maybe 3 top tips that you can share that always has helped you earn the different levels of the free-for-alls.
Okay, so the coolest thing I think about the free-for-alls, you guys, is for those of you who do come from a different sales background, or maybe not a direct sales background, or have friends in that, like, sometimes it's only the top people that can earn this stuff, right? But you can be a brand new consultant, you can be a 10-year hobby consultant, and you still can earn all of the free-for-all. There's no like there for everyone. So that just is awesome. So 3 things for those. Decide what level you want. I would go for the top level, you guys. Like, seriously. And there's so many consultants that are like, oh, I wish I could earn all those. I'm like, but you can. Just do some more parties. So my biggest tips for that: front load your calendar. And when I say that, make sure that you have all of your shows at first and second week of the month, and load those up, right? Don't be putting them at the end, because then you can get bookings from those shows and put them back towards the end to get that going. Okay. So that way, if you're kind of short, and then you have to do the math. So you have to know your sales average. So if your sales average is $500 a party or $1,000 a party, you have to know that. So if you want to hit the $6,000 and your show average is 500, you're going to need 12 parties, right? Was my math right there? Good. I was like, that was right, right? So you want to make sure that you do that. And then if you're like looking at your show average, you guys, and if you don't know how to find this, make sure you talk to your director. But if you look at your show average and it's lower, then maybe that's something that you're focused on in order to hit that free-for-all level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss any?
No, I think an easy thing, though, I'll just mention about knowing your numbers and averages and things, because I can remember, Amanda Jo, you and I having a conversation about, well, what numbers should I be looking at? And if you guys log into your consultant connection summary, which is the overview tab, so it's the very first tab when you go into your consultant connection summaries, and at the bottom of that, there's a little box that's called performance details. And if you click on performance details, you can see they've already done all the math for you. So the calculations are already done. So we're not sitting here on this chat telling you that you need to figure out the math. We just are telling you need to figure out where to go look and see the math, so that you know what those habits are. And I especially loved her tip about front loading the calendar, because it's so true, especially now in the virtual show business that we're doing, and party business, that if you have parties in the first week of the month, you will get bookings from those parties to put yet in that same month that can help you earn the rest of those free-for-all levels. So I think that's great. Finally, I have one more question that ties into this, though, for you. So if we have somebody viewing this video and saying, well, yeah, I want to earn the top level, duh, Amanda Jo, come on, who wouldn't want to do that? But my calendar of parties, it's just not that heavily loaded. So what is the first couple things that you say people must do to be able to get on a consistent show schedule like this?
Okay, so the first thing is, if your show schedule isn't where you want it to be, know that when you get it consistent, it stays there much easier. So it's kind of like you have to work really hard to get it there, but then it kind of rebooks itself pretty continuously, especially if you build those habits as you're doing it. So if your calendar is not where you want to be, you have to make contacts. I mean, that's like number one. But there's ways that you can do that, you guys. There's social media tips. One thing I do is scroll through your friends list, find 5 people you haven't talked to, go comment on their post. That ups your engagement on theirs, on their page, so they see you more. So when you're advertising about your Pampered Chef and it's the best month to have a party, It'll just up your social engagement completely. And then track your contacts. Okay. So if you're not tracking them, and because I'm old school, I just do it in a notebook. It's the 10-cent notebook you get when school starts. Okay. Buy yourself a couple of those each year and start tracking it. It also helps with your follow-up. Because then you can go back to those people. Oh yeah, she said they were building a house, and maybe like when that process was over, so you have those notes to look back to. And so you really just have to keep making contacts until you have your schedule where you are. But you can really up, and get up your social engagement and add friends and do things that way. And then the other thing that I think is important when you're trying to do this is to have an accountability partner, you guys. And so somebody, not your upline, somebody who's like you think's doing awesome in the business, or you're like, gosh, she seems cool or he seems cool. Connect with them and say, hey, I'm looking for someone to make sure that I stay accountable. So someone that says, yeah, I don't really care that you had a busy day. Did you get your contacts done? Right. And I have a couple of those in my life, and sometimes you don't always want to hear it, but it does help you. And then it also helps you with some word choices and things like that. You have someone you can bounce ideas off of. So yeah, those are my ideas for you.
That is awesome. And, earning all of these incentives really are, they're a bonus to the business. It's like the frosting on the cake. Your paycheck's the cake. The incentives are the bonuses. But in general terms, it just keeps you in the business more excited, happier, more things to work for too. You made a comment about contacts that I think people would be curious to know kind of what your philosophy is to make sure that you're reaching out enough and not to the same people too many times. So like over a 6-month or a year period of time, how many times are you willing to reach out to the same person before you say, oh, nope, you're off the list, I go on to somebody else? Can you just give us an idea?
So if it's somebody that I've engaged with, has said like, I'd like to have a party or something, I'm going to follow up with them until I get them on my schedule. And I always am like, hey, did you forget to respond to me? Because I'm that girl. If I don't respond, it's not because I didn't want answers, because I forgot. So those people I keep following up. If they were like ordered and I text them like, would you want to book a party? I'll ask them usually once or twice more in that year period. If with no response, and otherwise I leave them alone. But I usually like them to engage with me. So I want them to engage with me like on social and know that they want a certain product so that I can tell them about it that way. So I constantly want new people, you guys. And that's probably my biggest thing. Add people on Facebook, add people on Insta, and keep fresh new people coming, because you don't want to burn out your friends and family. You just want constant new people. And it's pretty rare for me to ask someone more than 3 times. So I will follow up though with the people who are like, oh yeah, I wanted to book a show. Like, I'm not going to ignore them. Those will get a lot more of my attention, but just a random reach out. Yeah, probably not more than 2 or 3 times really.
Okay. And one more question, because as you said it made me think of it. Do you have a goal like every month when you're trying to reach an incentive and you need a couple more shows on your calendar? Do you have a goal for those to be new hosts that have never hosted with you before? Or do you just work to get some repeats on your calendar? Do you have a little bit of an opinion about that?
I really don't, because I've been around here, you guys. So if you're new, this is harder, but I can always reach back several years because I've been here a while. So some of those groups of people that I haven't connected with in a long time, those are great places like, hey guys, I'm short a goal. Like, they've been supportive of me in the past, and I know they love Pampered Chef. But like someone who's hosted within the last 6 months, I'm not asking them again. I want somebody new or fresh. And that's why I'm really always focused on that social engagement, because that's where you connect with new people. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Do you think we missed anything? Anything else that you want to comment on?
Go for all the freebies, you guys. Plus, if you get that 6,000, like the 6,000 level free for all, it's usually 6,000 or 4,000. They change it, but because you're going to have an amazing paycheck for the summer. Like, that's the other fun part that comes with reaching those incentives. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Amanda Jo, for your time and your wisdom. It's so much fun to just connect with you and share with everybody else that the incentives are out there for a reason. They're actually out there for you to earn. And that's one of the coolest things about Pampered Chef, because there's no limit on how many people can earn the incentives. It's there for the whole field to earn. And honestly, I think I can speak for Amanda Jo and myself both. That's our expectation. So keep doing a great job, and we hope you learned just a couple things today. Thanks for joining us.